Alrighty, welcome to the Super Affiliate Guild somewhat advanced section. This is the beginning of the paradigm shift. Now, I called this the paradigm shift because we're going to go from the beginner 1K per day strategy, and we're going to realistically try to go and hit the 3 to 5K a day mark, if not more. Now, I'm going to give some warnings. I'm going to give some prefaces before we go ahead and actually dive into this. But what I will say is this video is going to be longer than typical. This section will be longer than typical, but you're going to need to watch everything. If you skip this section in this video, I can guarantee, if you skip this video and the ones in the paradigm shift, I can guarantee, I don't want to say I'm going to promise or I think, no, I'm going to guarantee it, that you will not see the results that you want. I guarantee it. Like I'm telling you, I guarantee it. That's how adamant I am about this. So this is the beginning of the transition to the advanced sections. Because you probably went through, if you're a beginner, you probably went through the beginner 1K per day. Now let's face it, 1K per day is very good. Is it easily achievable with affiliate marketing? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Revenue-wise, absolutely. Profit-wise, you might look at like $200, $300 per day. But I want to get you to that $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 profit per day. You know, I have friends that are going out there and doing $50,000 to $100,000 a day. I have one friend, his name is Carter, who went ahead and for, I think it was like 7 days straight, was making over $150,000 net profit a day promoting the same offers that literally, I'm not kidding, literally the same exact dang offers that I talk about in this program and that you and I both have access to. I think the offer was Metacore, right? And so we're transitioning from the 1K per day into the real good stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to make this very clear, very straightforward, very apparent, is that a lot of you might get scared, might get lost, might get worried, and say, oh my goodness, I'm too old for this, or I just don't have enough time for this, or whatever it is. You can save your excuses. If you don't want to do this, that's totally fine. You can hop to the next opportunity, right? Because all you're doing is opportunity hopping and looking for something that quite frankly doesn't exist. You have to understand something. I created this program specifically not to make people believe that it's this easy to just create a 7-figure empire. I've seen the other programs, and I'm not throwing rocks, but I've seen the other programs. I've seen the other courses and their curriculums. I'm sorry to tell you, if you are in affiliate marketing, if you want to be an affiliate marketer, they don't work. They do not work. I've been through them. I know some of the biggest course creators and gurus out there. They either abandon the course or they're telling you complete BS. Now, why am I saying this? You're like, Dan, are you throwing rocks at other people? No, it's because of the simple fact that I'm about to give you what they won't give you because it's too advanced. Let me let you in on something that you don't know. When it comes down to the, I hate using this, but when it comes down to the guru scene, like people who create content, right? And position themselves as, this guru, and some people might consider me one. I don't like that word, but I'm going to tell you from our perspective, because we all talk. You want to know what the general consensus is for creating content for programs? The general consensus is keep it as stupid simple as possible. Why? Because people just don't understand advanced stuff. People don't want advanced stuff. So when you go out there and you're looking through other programs, and then you come and say, holy crap, the work team put something out so advanced, there's a reason why. Because yes, it is way easier to sell something to anybody when it's just 20 videos, right? But we went out, and as of right now, before the other videos I'm adding, we have 144 videos, all advanced. So I'm giving you a fair warning. This is your chance to back out. You can stop this video. You can email the CEO of Work, Anthony, and say, listen, this isn't for me. I think this is too advanced. That's cool. That is totally fine. That's up to you, right? But if you go elsewhere, look for another opportunity, I have some bad news for you. You're going to end up in the same position. So it's either you dedicate the time now and put forth the effort into what really works and listening, and you'll get rewarded for it, and you'll get rewarded very handsomely. So welcome to the beginning of the advanced stages. This is the paradigm shift that I'm giving you. Very important, really important. So welcome. This is the six-figure advanced training module never shared before. And here's a fair warning. This is not for beginners yet. There's a reason why I created, and the very first module is called Beginners 1K per day. I added that module in a few days, now I don't want to say a few days, I think it was like a week and a half, 2 weeks, before we decided to launch this program. Why? Why did I do that? Is because of the fact that I wanted to get everybody up and running fast, and then we can go ahead and talk about the advanced stuff as we go. I just want to get you results, right? So you might be a complete beginner. You might be completely new to this. This might be your first time hell, you might not even know what affiliate marketing is until you watched the webinar, or you were on one of our workshops, or you went through one of our funnels. You might have no idea what affiliate marketing is until right now. And now you get the concept because you watched the beginner section. But we're going to dive into some insanely deep training here. This is training that has cost us personally, the work team, myself, Anthony, over 6 figures to learn, over years to perfecting our affiliate business. And now you're going to learn everything with no stone unturned. And by the way, if you really want to be a stickler and say, well, Dan, prove to me that you've actually gone ahead and paid ridiculous sums of money to go ahead and learn all this, I can. Email us, try us. I will show you wire transfers for $20,000 for like 4 hours, 5 hours time from a super affiliate. I will show you, I think it was like $7,000 that I paid for 3 hours worth of coaching, 3 or 4 hours worth of coaching, just from somebody who did over $100 million in sales as an affiliate. I'm not kidding. I've paid so much with Anthony, with the work team, to learn what you're going to learn here today. And I'm treading a very fine line. Why? Because I signed NDAs saying I wouldn't talk about some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about. However, it's a fine line because I've added my own twists to it and have learned my own strategies. So I can't get in trouble now because it's technically not theirs verbatim anymore, right? So I want to make that clear, just because I know some of them might watch this training and be like, hey, wait a minute, I think I'm the one who taught them that. And then they're going to be like, wait a minute, nope, it's a variation. There we go. Loopholes all the time. So why are you stuck? Let's talk about it. First thing is first, your mindset isn't right. Listen, let's call a spade a spade. You got into Super Affiliate Guild for what? Let's call a spade a spade. You got in to make money. Nope, that's wrong. You didn't get in to make money. You got into Super Affiliate Guild on the premise of what money could do for you, right? So your mindset that you need to adopt here, and I'm not no wishy-washy self-development guru here. I don't care, and I'll never sit through one of these really long wishy-washy, oh, you can do it, look in the mirror, say affirmations every morning. It works for some people. If that floats your boat, cool. But you do need the right mindset and the right mentality here to make sure that, quite frankly, you don't bail midway. So what do I mean by having the right mindset? Well, the mindset when you spend $100 and you only see $60 in return, and you're like, oh, this doesn't work, I'm at a loss of $40. and you're like, well, I'm turning all this off. This is a scam. I've tried it. Yet, if you were to wait for tomorrow morning, you might have spent another $100 and generated $180. Every day isn't created the same way, right? You don't wake up every day and it's mechanical, it's systematic. Sure, you might wake up and have a morning coffee, go for a jog, check in at work, come home, eat dinner, unwind. But is every day actually created similarly? Does everything happen exactly the way it is every single day? Maybe your coffee machine breaks. That's a kink in the chain. Whatever it is. So what you have to grasp here is your mindset of instant gratification needs to be left at the door. I know it's a hard thing to say. I love instant gratification. As human beings, we gravitate towards instant gratification. However, you might get lucky, and I want to enforce this word lucky. You might get lucky with rolling out your very first campaign, and within an hour of it turning on, within an hour of the campaign going from in review to active, you might make like $100 from spending 10. Yes, that's instant gratification. That I can't deny that. Does it happen often? It does. Yes, I'm not going to sit here and say it doesn't. I can launch a campaign right now, and within 2-3 hours, I might spend $100 and I can see $150, $200, $300 in revenue. That's the power of affiliate marketing here. And I have friends, one friend, his name's Jordan, he's 25, he's from Miami, very smart individual. He sends 15,000 leads every single day to an affiliate offer that pays him, I don't know how much they pay him per lead, but if I had to guess a ballpark, anywhere from $8 to $11 for every lead he sends them. And he sends them up to 250,000 leads every single month, right? And he does it profitably. But here's the thing, is that when he first started, okay, do you think that he was spending $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a day on running traffic and saying, oh, well, I'm not profitable, this is a scam? No. He started off maybe with a few $100, right? And it worked. He's like, okay, I have something that works here. And so this is key, what I'm about to tell you here. Let's just say on a Monday, he spent $200. He's like, oh my goodness, I just made $500 from my $200 that I spent. This is such a great affiliate offer. I'm making money. This is great. The following day, he spends the same. He spends $200, but he makes $80. He's down 120 for the day. But overall, he's up 420, right? Or whatever the numbers are. I'm not about to do the math here. Right? Because the previous day he was up $500 in profit, and now he's down, and he only made, or he's down 120 because he spent 200, and he only made 80. So technically speaking, he's up $320. Now, if Jordan was basing this on a day-to-day basis, he would quit the second day. And that's what I'm afraid of with a lot of you watching this, and specifically you watching this right now. I'm afraid that if the first day you're not profitable, you're going to quit. You're going to stop and you're going to say this doesn't work. Now, I'm also afraid that if you are hitting an incredible win streak for a week and you make like $10,000, which again, when I throw around these numbers, it's because it's so doable, it's actually laughable. It's so easy. But getting to that $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 per month is also easy, but it requires a different shift in thinking. Well, we'll get there later on, but by the time you're ready for that, you're going to be inside of the higher level mastermind, all right? But my biggest fear is those of you that are looking for instant gratification, that you might achieve it, but not every day is created equally. Not every single day is created equally. As a matter of fact, let me just quickly show you this. All right. I'm just going to quickly exit these slides, and we were testing something really quickly. Let me just go here. And I want you to, and again, this is a test account that we're running a bunch of different traffic to. Let me make sure I have it. Yep, this is the one. Great. Now, here we go. It's nothing crazy. It's literally nothing crazy at all. We ran traffic all of these days. As a matter of fact, let me go to reports, analytics. So these are the analytics over the last 7 days, okay? So if I just go, I wish I can sort this a little better. But as you can see right over here, last Wednesday was 115 bucks. Last Thursday, right over here, there was, let's see, trying to get, let's just click on last Wednesday. Last Wednesday, they make it so confusing over here. Last Wednesday, 115 bucks. Last Thursday, 116. We were just testing traffic here, right? And you can see exactly that it stopped. We were spending money here, nothing. Spending money here, nothing. We completely turned off the campaigns. As a matter of fact, to be super transparent, we ended up spending like 800 bucks for 231 in return, but we figured out what doesn't work. And when I say we, I'm talking about me and my partners that are running this. So I'm okay with losing money, and this is the mindset that I adopted. The first day when we made $115, we spent 40. The second day when we made 116, we spent 80. We were profitable, right? But what I decided to do was rapid fire a bunch of different campaigns and see if any of them worked and tried something different. Because I'm always trying something new. Because here's the thing is that I wouldn't be able to teach you what works if I didn't try something new. But I wanted to show you that example right on your screen that I just shared because of the fact that I want to let you know not every day is created equally. If I let it run for $40 every day, sure, maybe I can make $100 every single day. But I don't want to make $100 or $60 profit every single day. I want to go out there and I want to make like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 every single day. So I'm willing to go out there and spend the money to see what works. And this is the mindset that I want you to adopt, is not every day is created equally. At the end of the day, success starts and ends with you. And you're most likely stuck is because you've tried other businesses and failed and can't seem to get anything working for you. Let's face it. Before you joined Super Affiliate Guild, you were probably, I don't know, slinging products on e-commerce, probably in Amazon, probably in Shopify. Maybe, heck, maybe you were trying Kindle, or maybe Etsy, or maybe marketplace arbitrage, maybe in real estate, right? Heck, some of you might have tried it all. You are opportunists. I'm going to call it like it is. If, some people are like, well, Dan, you're very blunt. Yes, correct, I am. And you're all over the place. I need you to focus. You want results? I'll give them to you. Focus, ask questions. You've tried everything else, and you've probably tried it in a time frame. You've probably tried like 3 different things in the past year. All right? Now, I don't want to directly call you out. I just want to call a vast majority of people watching this video. But most likely, now I'm talking to you. You've most likely tried more than one thing in the past 3 months. How about we just stick to one thing and we focus, right? How about Facebook ads banning you? Yeah, sucks, right? It's all right. This is why we've built the advanced section. You want to see something else? Here, how about this? How about them apples? These are all Facebook profiles. Actually, they're all Facebook accounts. Here, let me just open one up for you, just to prove to you that they're legitimately Facebook profiles that we're running ads on. So we're warming some of these up. Let me just go to My Beautiful Life over here. Look at this. Active campaign warming up this account. Active campaign. Oh, a Facebook Business Manager. Oh, look at this. This is our new business manager we just created, right? And again, affiliate ad account, ClickBank 2 ad account, affiliate Pixel Hub. This is for work. This is a Pixel Hub. This is Galacoast for ClickBank. This is lead generation. These are profiles that we share into for individuals like yourself who want us to go ahead and see inside of your inside of your profiles. Weight loss. You get the idea here. Like, we're not worried about Facebook ads and banning you and being stuck. So many people get stuck there. We're not. If that's your biggest worry, that's your biggest problem, just completely brush that off. That's gone. That's over with. You didn't have the right support structure from the start and didn't have anyone to answer your questions. So let me just go ahead and address this really quickly. When it comes down to being successful, or when it comes down to nearing success, it's all predicated on asking questions, asking the right questions to the right people. And out of everybody that I've networked with that has surpassed me tremendously over time, I've reflected on it and I've tried to understand why and how they've been able to surpass me, not even financially, just overall. And it's because they ask the right questions to the right people, but they aren't afraid to ask questions. They are okay with walking into a room of really smart people and sounding extremely stupid with their questions. But let me fill you in on something. Individuals who are on a different playing field of where you want to be, they do not look at your questions as stupid questions. You know why? Because they were the same ones who had the same questions. You get that, right? So recently I was invited into a private community of the 1% of the 1% of affiliates in the world. Now, I'm not talking like these guys make, like $5,000 a day. Some of these guys are making about $250,000 a day. We're talking either adult traffic, weight loss VSLs like we do that you're going to learn about, all Facebook traffic, all different traffic sources. And I like to consider myself, and I am, a super affiliate. Here at work, Anthony and I, we put in a lot of effort in our promotions, in our marketing, in our affiliate offers, and we do well. But when I'm in this room, and by the way, there's only in this little group, it's a Discord group, a software, a little chat software. There's I think like 30 or 35 people in there. And I was lucky to get in because my friend that I mentioned before, Carter, I built a good relationship with him and I have some value to bring to the table here. And as I start communicating with the individuals in there, I start noticing something is that I've never been a part of a community that's openly sharing what's working for them. They have no problem saying, hey, we're using this affiliate offer with this traffic source, and this is how it's performing. A community like that is so insane, and it's free. It was free. You just have to provide an extreme amount of value. And the reason why I'm even telling you this little story is because of the fact that I'm going in there and I'm very hesitant on the questions that I ask because I don't want to seem stupid. But at the end of the day, I still press the enter button when the question is written in the chat. Sometimes, to be completely fair, sometimes I'd say like 20% of the times, the question just kind of gets overlooked. Like it's almost like too beginner-ish. But then somebody will private message me and say, hey, I didn't want to go ahead and answer this for everybody in the group, but here's the answer. Here's, et cetera. Here's what you need to do. And all my questions have been answered. And because of this one group, I've been able to connect with so many important key elements for my affiliate business to grow. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 8x. 8x, 800% in just the last month and a half. Take that into consideration. Why? Not because of the simple fact that I'm in this group, because these people are in so many groups. Some of them are actually in Super Affiliate Guild and you wouldn't even know. But what I'm going to tell you is that I ask the right questions. As you learn and progress and you go through this content in here, get a pen, get a pad, have some paper, and just write your questions down. Ask them in the group. If you don't feel comfortable, tony@work.com, support@work.com. What I will say, and I'm going to be, like I said, I'm always very blunt and very honest with you, and I hope that you have the same respect for me. I'm a lot harder to get in touch with than Anthony. Even though he's the CEO and makes the ship run, he's very active all the time in the community. I am very active in focusing on new strategies and building out new material for you guys. That's my goal. That's what I like to do. Okay? So if you have questions, put them in the Facebook group. If you have anything that you want answered immediately, Facebook group is somewhere that I go ahead and I also browse, and I'll typically do it at night. And so no question is a dumb question. Please don't ever think that. You will grow so fast by asking questions, period. And you're most likely stuck because you lack clarity or proper know-how. Thus why you are here. You see how that works? So you didn't buy Super Affiliate Guild because you knew everything, because you're a know-it-all. You bought it and enrolled because you lack the clarity of what it takes to achieve the goal of being an affiliate, a successful affiliate, or even super affiliate, right? That's why you are here, because you lack the clarity. You want to know how you get clarity? Back to what I said. Ask questions. But Dan, I don't know what questions to ask. Well, guess what? Now you do, because you got in Super Affiliate Guild. You enrolled. All the content is here. If you don't get something, ask questions. Literally. You see how this is all becoming one big circle? Now you know what questions to ask, because you will have clarity on what you're trying to achieve. But if you're still not clear on it, ask questions and you'll get clarity. You'll get a damn video if I need to make one for you. All right? So you lack clarity or proper know-how, but we're going to change that. So our main purpose for this program is pretty simple here. All right? So you've experienced, I don't want to say, like traumatic experiences that are negative in regards to the development of your income, if you will, of your side income, or you want to make this your main income. But we have an experience. You have an experience. You have a certain predefined experience in your mind already. Now, this experience that's defined in your mind that you already have, this preconceived notion of making money online is extremely difficult, is your preconceived notion, is what you know. So it's what you've experienced. You've experienced that it's not easy to make money online. And here's a news flash for you. It's not. Do you want me to tell you it is and kind of hype you up, be your hype man, and tell you, yeah, you're gonna make millions of dollars within this? That's not how it works. All right? There's a process to this. Can you make $1 million, $2 million? Absolutely. Absolutely. But we need to go through the motions first. What you've experienced is nothing in comparison to what you want to experience. And what you want to experience is the reason why you're here. And that's the main purpose of this program. is how to properly create a predictable, automated affiliate marketing business using proven strategies and a simple formula to take what you've known and turn it into now what you know and what you want to experience. Because we all have preconceived notions of everything, positive or negative, right? Think about it. Let's just say you have associations with used car salesmen. I say you want to buy a used car from a used car salesman. You have a preconceived notion because of what somebody or you have experienced before. It's with anything. I can literally bring up anything and you will have an experience that's molded to that thought. So when I say you're going to make a lot of money online, you have this preconceived notion whether somebody has told you this before and has let you down, and you're looking at me and saying, okay, Dan, you're just another one of those guys. You have this preconceived notion, and that's not my fault, okay? My goal, my purpose, and what I'm going to do, not I'm going to try to do, no, I'm going to do it, is I'm going to make you money and show you that it's possible. Why? Because I'm selfish as all hell. How? And why am I selfish? Because the more money that you make, two things are going to happen. I'm going to get a damn good testimonial. Call me selfish for wanting me to make you as much money as possible. All right? And the second thing is that you're going to inevitably want to take it to the next level. How are you going to take it to the next level? Well, we have our really, really, really high level mastermind. It's not cheap. Not cheap at all. The cost right now when we allow members to enroll is around $25,000. If I help you make $200,000 profit, right? And you hit a wall. But guess what? I can't give you certain things because I've signed contracts with other people in the group. What are you going to do? Seriously, what are you going to do? You're going to say, okay, here's $25,000. Now I need to get to the next playing field. And we'll talk about that later, okay? But I want to take what you've experienced and completely alter it. Completely tear it down and show you that this is possible. But you know what I need from you? I need focus. Because if you're going to open up somebody, Joe Schmo's email about how he made $3 million in crypto, trading some garbage coin with pure luck, and join their webinar and then buy their amazing course for $3,000, we're going to get nowhere. You know where we're going to get? We're going to get to you being frustrated, asking for a refund, using their program, then buying something else because you have damn shiny object syndrome. How about you just focus? I'm going to show you that this works. And if not, it's already part of the guarantee. I'll pay you. I will literally pay you out of my own pocket just for trying. All right? So, predictable income with affiliate marketing. We're going to break this down into phases. Phase 1, offer scouting. All right? We're going to look for offers. Now, I already have offers for you. I'm making this as easy as I can. Not only do I have offers for you, I don't know if I can say this just yet because I haven't confirmed it yet, but we have, like, privately as super affiliates, we have connections to vendors and products that are going to be launched. So we get firsthand access to those products and we can demand higher commissions. So why am I hesitant to tell you that? Because one of the agreements that we're working out with some of these vendors is that all of you guys get the same access to what we're getting access to. Why? Because you guys are going to do, you specifically are going to do the same damn thing that I do for these offers. So why the hell not should you be rewarded with something that's already proven and you get firsthand access at these offers? However, I don't want to go ahead and set that in stone. If it happens and I make it happen, great. If not, I'm still gonna tell you which offer we're promoting because it'll be available regardless. The only difference is you might be 2, 3, 4 weeks behind because they release it privately and then they put it to the public market, and you might be a little behind on commissions until you prove to them because they might only allow 75%, but somebody like me or other super affiliates might get 90%. So again, we're gonna offer Scout, right? Phase 2, setting up your pages. Man, this is fun. This is really fun. When it comes down to setting up your pages, I need you to get into a mindset here. This is where a very certain mindset comes into play. What you see today, what you see now, what you see this week could be completely different on what works next week. And you remember I said before, I'm in the trenches all the time, testing and seeing what works. I'm not kidding. Towards the end of this presentation, I'm going to show you something. I went ahead in one day, this is literally a few days ago, I went ahead and I was testing something that worked so damn well. As a matter of fact, it generated like $200,000 the previous month, or two months ago. So the previous 2 months ago, the page, the Facebook ad generated around $280,000 in revenue with roughly $90,000. No, I'd say around 100 and something thousand in spend after warm up and a little bit of testing. And then I ran it again. I did it a few days ago. I was like, perfect, let's just redo this campaign. Do you know what happened? I spent $1,100 and made $250. It doesn't work anymore. Why doesn't it work anymore? Well, pretty simple. Offers move fast and Facebook isn't consistent. If Facebook was charging me what they were charging me 2 months ago, I would have been profitable. But, and we'll get down to all the nitty-gritty metrics, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because I had to recreate a bunch of pages, and I did it on a whim, and I did it with ClickFunnels. Oh, great. There's 2 things running through your mind right now. Dan, how the hell did you get access to over $90,000 to spend in ads? I don't have access to that. Listen, if you think I just go to my bank and say, hey, guys, I'm here. Let me just get $90,000 real quick. You're crazy. How it works is you get cash flowed. So you can get a cash advance from certain networks. Like if you're using ClickBank and your refunds are really good, they might pay you out every 2 weeks, I think it is. As a new account, if I recall, you get paid out every 15 days, I think it is, or 18 days. But you can get 7 days. You can get 5 days. Okay? So what does that mean exactly? Well, if you spend $20,000, right? Or if you, let's just say you spend $5,000 of your own and you make $25,000 and then you get paid $25,000 in 10 days, what are you going to do with that $25,000? You're going to put it back in. So yes, you have to float a little bit of the ad spend at first, but you're just going to get the money back from the commissions. Like, yes, I spent $1,100 and made $250, but in retrospect, I think I'm not doing the math here, but it's like $900 or something like that, right? I technically spent $900, and that was out of my own stupidity, by the way. So that's the first question that went through your mind after I said those numbers. Second question, man, we got to use ClickFunnels. I don't know how to use ClickFunnels. Well, you want to know the thing about anything you do? Let me ask you this before I reframe this for you. The first time that you went ahead and got on a bicycle. Maybe you've never got on a bicycle, and I don't know. That's really sad. But maybe you've never rode or ridden. I don't really know the correct grammatical sentence for that. But maybe you've never, rode a bike before, right? Or maybe you have. Now, when you ride a bike, do you fall the first time around? I mean, unless you're like really good, probably not. But you probably have fell when you went ahead and tried riding your bike for the first time. You've probably lost money on your first business that you've tried for the first time, right? So what's the difference between using ClickFunnels and using it for the first time? Is a learning curve, just like anything else. But the craziest part is, get this. This is gonna blow you away. You ready? You are in a program that gives you the pages done for you, but we take it a step further. We actually go ahead and constantly keep giving you new pages and show you how to edit the pages. You're not left in the dark. So the two things that were just on your mind on phase 2, oh my goodness, that's a lot of money to spend. I don't have that kind of money. Bam, overcame that. You don't need it because you get cash flowed with your commissions. Number 2, ClickFunnels pages. Can you use ConvertTree? Can you use Kartra? Can you use, yeah, you can, but I don't have the share funnel links for you, meaning I can't give you the done for you pages. You need those accounts. You're like, oh man, damn, but like ClickFunnels is $97 every single month. Wow. Did you see that dashboard that I showed you before? The Digistore one? You remember even just with one sale, I made $115? You realize with a single sale from that ClickFunnels page, I just paid for ClickFunnels for the entire month? Yeah, I want that to sink in. Now, what happens with 2 of those sales? I could pay for 2 ClickFunnels accounts, right? So I don't want you to look at and by the way, you can write this off. It's a business expense, okay? So I don't want you to think that, oh my goodness, I have to pay $97 every single month for ClickFunnels. This is horrible. It's not, because I'm giving you everything. We are legitimately handing you every damn page we run. And before I get to phase 3, I want to address this because I was talking to somebody the other day and they said, why would you give all the Super Affiliate Guild members your pages? Why would you do it? Right? It's a valid question. Now, let's flip the script here, okay? Every single year, according to the World Health Organization, I was going to say CDC, but it's the WHO. I was just doing research on this the other day. Roughly 130 or 80, but I'm going to go 30 because I want to lowball it just in case I got it wrong. I know at least it's 130, but it might be 180. At least $130 billion are spent on health and fitness products. I'm going to tell you something right now, okay? I'm not going to make $130 billion this year. Neither are you. Do you realize that $2, $3, $4, even $5 million is not even a dent in $130 billion? So why am I sharing it with you? Because this is such a damn big market, it doesn't matter. And this is why that group that I said I'm a part of, they share everything because that's the mindset that I needed to adopt and that they helped me adopt. And I saw that they adopt that mindset. There is so much to go around. So much to go around. There are 2 billion people on Facebook to advertise to. There are, I think, 300 million people in the US alone that you can advertise to on Facebook, or 280 million, something like that. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. And let me kind of put this into a different perspective for you. For every 1,000 impressions, okay, and let me whip out the handy dandy calculator. All right, so let's do this together. All right, so and I'm going to fast forward this really quickly just to kind of show you something here, and we'll get to this later. Let's just take average down here. Let's just take the highest. These are really cheap, by the way, and I'll explain why in just a second, in just a few minutes. So let's just take 37 bucks, okay? So 37 bucks. There's 280. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? That's 280 million, right? Divided by 1,000 times 37 or $38. Oh goodness. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let me basically break this down for you. For me to reach all 280 million people, okay, and show them my ad one time, an impression. It just means if they're scrolling on their phone and the ad appears and they don't even look at the ad, that counts as an impression. Okay? Keep that in mind. For me to show every single 280 million people that ad, it cost me $11 million. And that's if, by the way, this would never happen. It's physically impossible if the frequency was 1. And what does that mean? Frequency means that, like if you have a 1.0 frequency and 1,000 reach, that means 1,000 people. So one frequency means one unique person, and 1,000 reach or 1,000 impressions means that 1,000 unique people saw it. Now, if you have a 2.0 reach and 1,000 impressions, that means 500 unique people saw. You'll never have a 1.0 with 280 million. So you get why I have nothing to hold back from you. The market is, the market's just too big. It's way too big. I would have to spend $11 million damn dollars. And I would need to be very lucky to hit all 280 million people in the US, for the record. Phase 3, run traffic. We're going to talk about this really in depth. Running traffic is so important. Phase 4, I want to start going through this a little faster. I know we're like 45 minutes into this. I don't want to waste too much time. Phase 4, monitor and scale your operations. Very important. There's a difference between getting going with the beginner modules, right? Making $100, $200, $300 a day, and then making $20, $30, $40,000 a day. You have to pay very close attention, or hire somebody or a team that does. But at this rate, if you're at the $20,000 a day mark, you best believe just hire somebody to monitor your stuff and enjoy your life. What is it going to cost you? A few $1,000s a month? Come on. So we'll get to that later on. I just personally have just an extreme passion for this. I'm always monitoring my stuff. Right? So what you have access to, you're getting access to an entire video training material outlined for you in step-by-step fashion, right? In the Super Affiliate Guild. The program is designed in a way where you can't skip the videos or this will fall apart. Okay? It took me about a month and a half to organize everything. Actually, if you are really interested, you can tag Anthony in the Super Affiliate Guild Facebook group and ask him how frustrated he got with me constantly moving around the curriculum. Because I needed to make sure it was set up a certain way for everybody to be able to follow and understand and choose the correct path. So it's designed in a certain way where if you skip something, you are screwed. And don't take this offensively, but if you ask a question that I made a video on, I know you're skipping around. I will call you out on it in the group because there's no stone left unturned. And if there is a stone left unturned, then guess what I'm doing that exact hour or that exact day if I'm at my computer? I'm making a video about it, editing it, and putting it in the members area because you might have the question and everybody else does as well. Then we have our weekly question and answer calls, our Q&A weekly calls. They're important to attend. but not mandatory. I do suggest attending them. But like I said, you can watch the on-demand replays that we store them in the members area as well. Interaction, really important. Implementation and learning is key to your success from here on out. Interaction, there's that word again, right? If you need support and help, reach out to support@work.com or Tony@work.com. He's obviously the CEO, like I keep mentioning. So, as I mentioned before, you can reach me in the Facebook group. I'm not always as active as I would like to be because, as I said before, I'm in the trenches here. New strategies, somebody's got to give you the stuff that works, right? Thus why we have an appointed CEO. I'm a marketer. I know how to market, right? So I needed to find a leader, and Anthony is that leader, all right? So again, I'm in the trenches working really hard. Anthony is there to help and support as much as you need and make sure the ship is being steered the correct way. We don't have this yet, all right? We don't have this yet. We do plan on implementing a live chat feature, okay? When do we plan on implementing that? We plan on implementing it once we have a certain amount of members. I haven't decided with Anthony how many members yet, but it needs to make sense. Because if we're going to go ahead and train staff and monitor this ourselves very heavily in the very beginning, and there's only like 30 people that are in Super Affiliate Guild, it doesn't make sense because we could just go ahead and have email correspondence or Facebook group correspondence. But once we start growing, live chat is going to be implemented. Very important you get that. And we'll make an announcement for that as well. I don't want to set false expectations and telling you, yeah, live chat's available right now, when it's not. It's going to be, right? And lastly, interact with the Super Affiliate Guild Facebook group. I already went over this. We already had a huge spiel about this. Things you need to keep in mind. There is no magic button or secret code that's going to make you a fortune overnight. I don't know how much I need to keep enforcing this. I really don't. All right? If you think there is, you're really lost. You are not in the right spot. So, no magic button, no secret code. All of your excuses, I don't want them. I don't need them. Leave them at the door. I don't want to hear that you can't do it. Figure out a way if you can't figure it out. All right? Ask us if you can't figure it out. Listen, I'm going to be very, very blunt with you, and I've been very blunt, and I keep saying that I'm going to be very blunt because I am. The people that will see the most success, and you're going to watch, and you damn well better be one of those people. But you will watch a lot of people have success as well, aside from you. Do you want to know what's going to be the massive determining factor? Is, aside from them asking questions, is going to be figuring out solutions to their problems immediately. Immediately. Those are the people that are going to see the most fastest success. Every problem has a solution. All right? You want affirmations, you want wishy-washy, wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and tell yourself every problem has a solution. And then you can carry on with your day. All right? So, again, don't be deterred from something that might hold you back. Every problem has a solution. Let me tell you something. Why do you think I know how to get unlimited Facebook profiles, unlimited Facebook ad accounts? How do you think I know how to do that? Because I had a problem. My problem was being disabled from Facebook and wanting to run Facebook ads. All right? And so the solution was finding the solution. That's literally it. The only thing I could have done was go out there and figure out a way to circumvent this, and I did. Every problem has a solution. And you want to embrace resistance. So you're going to venture into a new world and try new tasks, and that's going to come with resistance. Push through it, and you're going to love the results that you have when you push through resistance. Anything new you start will have resistance. Work, when we started it, in the beginning stages, even right now, there's a lot of resistance and pushback. You have to fight through it. You have to. It's not should you. You have to. You have no choice but to push back and fight the resistance and embrace it. All right? Resistance is part of the game. And do the work. If you implement what you learn, you're going to see results. And this will work for you. I promise it'll work for you. It's designed to work. It's designed to get you results. All right? So just kind of keep that in mind. So let's talk about things that you don't want to do. Now, this is pretty important, all right? So we don't know everything. So let's just cut to the chase and pretend like, that we don't. So let's not pretend like we do. Keep an open mind and get used to testing new things throughout the next few weeks. So what I'm going to tell you is the hardest thing that you're going to encounter is the limiting beliefs of yourself thinking that things aren't going to work when in reality they might work. So, I need you to just tell yourself that you don't know everything. I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. And that's kind of the magic here of being able to prosper and grow with a business model like this, is because we don't know everything. And when we try different things and we expand and it works, we can be pioneers and make immense amounts of money. You can try something new and make incredible amounts of income. So when it comes down to it, we don't know everything. So don't pretend like you do. And always continue to learn and keep expanding what you know. So if you stop learning, you're going to become really stagnant. And I could tell you firsthand, personally, that I went through this little hump of not learning and not asking questions and not thriving. And so that was the most hindering aspect of my particular life, was the stagnation of, not learning and expanding what I know. You took the leap of faith to get into Super Affiliate Guild because you're expanding what you don't know. So you don't know what you don't know. It's really simple. It's actually a very simple concept. So just the simple fact that you took the leap of faith in here tells me that you're willing to learn and willing to give this a shot because you want to expand your skill sets. Now, speaking of skill sets, is that there's a lot of things that can be taken from you, right? So actually, everything can be taken from you, can be stripped away from you. It's a sad concept. But what you have to realize is the only thing that can't be taken away from you is stuff like skill sets and stuff that's ingrained, like physically ingrained into you. Another thing that I always thought of, and I personally have, tattoos, is that if, let's just say I were to lose everything, I still have my skill sets and nobody can take off my tattoos. Nobody can remove the skills that I know. Nobody can remove everything that I've acquired knowledge-wise, and nobody can peel off my tattoos. So literally anything physical that you go ahead and obtain over the course of years cannot be taken away, but everything else can be. So you want to continue to learn and expand as much as you can. And I'm very, very, very adamant about this, and I keep reinforcing this, is ask as many questions that you can, because it'll allow you to progress much, much faster. No question is a bad question. It's just a learning experience. And like I mentioned before with that group, I thought, that my questions might not be the best questions to ask. But at the end of the day, these questions are only going to allow me to grow. So I want you to think about it like this, okay? And this is going to really change your perspective. These individuals are on a different playing field than I am. Let's just say there's 10 levels. I'm on level 7, they're on level 10. Now, how do I get to level 10? Well, by asking other level 8s, 9s, and 10s how to progress through the levels. Now, here's the thing, is that if I keep on asking, these questions, is I'm going to eventually start progressing up, through the ladder. I'm going to go from 7 to 8 to 9 to 10. And I'll eventually reach that, level 10, this hypothetical level 10. But the only way I can ever reach this hypothetical level 10 is if I ask questions, and the right questions, to the right people. So when you go into random Facebook groups or random Telegram groups or random communities and you start asking questions and a bunch of random people start telling you a bunch of random things, then it's the blind leading the blind. So as you progress, you have to look at it as like levels, right? Or a ladder where you're constantly climbing the ladder trying to get higher and higher and higher. And if you look at it that way, then things might be a little bit easier for you. If I were to categorize you right now into a level, I'd put you on a level 3 or a level 2. Now, why wouldn't you be a level 1 even if you're a beginner? Is because you got into something like Super Affiliate Guild and you're watching this video right now. This moment in time, okay? If we were to freeze everything, the last hour of content, of the last hour of shifting your mindset, that can't be taken away from you. Just get that, okay? Just really let that be ingrained. And you're not a beginner anymore because you're learning to think differently. When it comes down to, and this is something that I personally need to learn as well, and I have no shame in saying it, is there's different levels to go from 0 to 100,000, 100,000 to a million to 10 million, 10 million to 100 million, 100 million to 500, 500 to a billion. There's different thought processes on each and every single level. So you need to know which questions to ask, who to ask it to, and implement it, literally, and implement it. But if you don't ask questions, you're not going to be able to get to where you want to get to. And listen, you don't need one-on-one right now, okay? You need to implement first. But if you want to excel further, we do have a private super affiliate mastermind where you're probably going to see results like you've never experienced before. And our mastermind, we've literally have taken beginners. This is crazy to me. We've taken complete beginners, and for the record, I just want to make it very clear. Like if you ever wanted to apply to it, the enrollment fee for a single year is $25,000. So I want to make that very clear. I don't expect you to go ahead and dish out that money whatsoever. I'm giving you a story here. But when we had one particular client who was a complete beginner, and he was from the US, and he was extremely unsure about affiliate marketing, if that's what he wanted to do, because he was juggling other business models. And so he decided to take the leap of faith and pay the $25K. And then, we did in-person events, and we did a lot of Zoom events. And I introduced him to a lot of individuals that in the community, in our little private mastermind, that allowed him to get access to things that not everybody can get access to. And so the simple fact that he was able to get firsthand access to databases and agency accounts and exclusive offers put him in a completely different playing field than everybody else. But here's the thing, and the reason why I want to really go ahead and loop this back for you and really make you understand what's going on here. First, he enrolled and learned. Then he implemented, saw results, and then saw that he can actually make even more money if he was able to and learned how to scale it properly with a private mastermind group. But here's what you have to understand is that he asked questions along the way. Imagine he'd never asked, hey, do you guys have a private mastermind? Hey, how can I learn more, right? Then he wouldn't be where he's at today, one of the 1% of the 1% of affiliates. So ask questions, and you don't need one-on-one right now. I'm not trying to sell you it. I don't care if you join our mastermind or not. I'm just saying you don't need one-on-one right now. You need implementation And then if you want to excel further, you can. And don't blame others when you fall short. You got to take full responsibility here, okay? So you can't say, oh, Dan didn't teach me the right stuff. Well, no, there's so many contributing factors here, right? There's Facebook, there's your landing page, there's ad copy, there's ad creative, there's offer, there's click-through rate, there's conversion rate. There are so many underlying factors. You have to pinpoint what the factor is that is causing the problem. And we'll talk about this later on as the course progresses. All right? So things to remember here. Nothing you do is failure. It's simply a learning experience. And now you know what does and doesn't work. So this is great. This is something that I still live by every single day, is that the story that I told you in the beginning where we spent $1,100 and made $250. Here's what other people would look at it as. The traditional mindset of this would be, man, we just burned through money. This is a scam. This is stupid. This is useless. People don't make money with this. That's the traditional way of thinking if you're just a bystander who doesn't know anything about, this certain way of thinking. However, I spent $1,100. Let's just say 1,000, and let's just say 750 after the 250. So spent $750 essentially to learn what doesn't work, right? So why would I go ahead and do the same thing that doesn't work? Now here's the other thing, the other flip side of the coin. Now that I know what doesn't work, you know who else is going to know what doesn't work? You. Now that I know that this strategy is burnt, Facebook doesn't like this anymore, guess what we do? We go into the curriculum and we make edits and we start adding in more content on what's working now. So we do our weekly live calls, right? Because we need to make sure that you're up to date on what's working now. I will be the guinea pig to lose the money. But guess what? The mindset that I have is I don't lose, it's a learning experience. And to be completely transparent, one of the things that I do with the revenue generated when we make a program sale of Super Affiliate Guild is we segment, every single sale, and we allocate the funds for certain, projects and whatnot. But part of the allocation goes back into running tests to figure out what works and what doesn't. So when you paid, however much you paid to enroll, you can rest assured that we're not using capital to go buy yachts and stuff, all right? We're going out here and testing stuff that works so we can come back to you and say, hey, look, you didn't have to spend $10,000 to figure this out. We did. Here's what's working. Here's the pages. Here's the offer. Here's what you say. Enjoy it. Go ahead, right? So, there's a lot of misconceptions out there that one strategy is the overarching best strategy. And again, not throwing stones, but every single program that I've seen has said the same thing. Facebook ad to a very simple bridge page without any copy on it and send them to an offer. Well, that's great, but that's going to get your account banned. What offer do you use? And so many other questions, right? It's not that easy. It's really not. That's why we have an entire over 150 videos explaining this entire strategy. So if you fail, you learn. You don't fail. It's a learning process. And I want you to look at money differently. Money is something that comes and goes all the time, okay? Some people have a lot of it, some people have a little bit of it, some people have just enough of it. So money needs to be treated as soldiers. When you deploy your money, when you deploy your capital, you want to deploy it like a soldier, where you want that soldier to go out, that $1 to go out, and you want it to bring back another dollar. You want it to go to work and bring you back something. So if you deploy $1 and it comes back with nothing, are you going to keep deploying those dollars? No, right? But it blows my mind because people get emotionally attached to sending out their soldiers, their money, their capital with no returns. And you might have fallen victim to this before, where you went ahead and you might have launched a campaign or launched a business, threw a bunch of money at it, it didn't work, and what did you do again? You threw more money at it. There's a simple concept that I grasped a long time ago, right? When it comes down to running advertisements especially. If I spend $100 on a single campaign and I make no sales, if I spend $50, right? If I spend $100, whatever it is, if I spend my indicated amount of money that I want to spend with no sales, what makes me think? What on God's green earth makes me believe that spending double or triple will get me any different results, right? I spent $100, nothing comes in. What kind of logic is, oh, maybe if I spend $200, then something will come in. Then what happens? $200 is spent and nothing comes in. And then you're like, well, maybe let's try another 100. 300 is spent and nothing comes in, right? What kind of logic is that? If it doesn't work with what you have indicated as your KPI, all right? So key performance indicator, something that it's an indicator kind of like that you're looking at with all the statistics to see if you're willing to spend more capital. But I'm going to break this down for you. Like, I'm going to simplify it as simple as it can get. If you spend money, if you spend your capital and you set a certain amount, let's just say $50. If you spend $50 and you don't make a sale, or you don't see any type of conversion, whatever you're optimizing for, I'm going to break this down for you. Very simply, stop it. Stop the campaign. Stop the ads. Just because you're about to spend double doesn't mean you're going to make anything. All right? So learn from that. Take massive action and know it'll be far from perfect. Nothing will be perfect when you first launch it, and nothing will ever be perfect. So let's talk about launching a campaign. The hardest part about launching something is you always in the back of your mind want it to be perfect. You know, one of the things that I can tell you firsthand is this program, is that we pushed this back 3 times already for our original launch because we want things to be perfect. And then now we're at the stage of, well, we're going to launch it because at this point, nothing will ever be perfect. Same thing with our affiliate campaigns is we're not looking for perfection. We're looking to rock and roll. We're looking to go. We don't have time to wait because if we're looking for perfection, we're going to be waiting for an eternity and nothing's going to get done. All right? So just take massive imperfect action and do whatever it takes to achieve what you're trying to achieve. Nothing is unattainable. It just depends how much effort and consistency you decide to put in. Again, nothing is unattainable. I want that to really sink in for you. If you believe that you can't pay off your mortgage within the next year, then you're not going to pay off your mortgage within the next year. If you believe it's attainable to achieve the income to pay off your mortgage within the next year, your brain reprograms itself. Your neural pathways reprogram your brain, to think differently, act differently, conduct differently, and become different. It's how you think. You trick your brain. There's so much psychology, and I love this stuff. There's so much psychology that goes into this. You can trick your brain into doing whatever the heck you want it to do. You can trick your brain to legitimately become, obtain, do whatever you want to do. And that's why if you've ever read something like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, He says, go into a dark room, close your eyes, and envision yourself with the things that you want. And again, I'm going to just reinforce this. I'm not about that wishy-washy personal development stuff, like hardcore. I do believe in personal development. But being able to visualize is definitely something important. I'm not saying affirmations are, huge. I'm just saying be able to visualize it. Why? Why sit there for 5 minutes in the dark, in the shower, wherever, and visualize what you want? It's because it programs your brain to think of ways and strategically program your neural pathways to get there. All right? Just understand that. You tell yourself that you'll never be able to make money online. Guess what? You'll never be able to make money online. If you tell yourself that you're going to be rich one day, rich is subjective. But if you tell yourself that you're going to have 100,000 in the bank by the end of the year, your brain starts working. Your neural pathways go ahead and start programming to obtain that. But you have to believe it. Right? And that's why every single successful person, if you ever realize, are kind of sociopathic. It's kind of funny to say that. But, if you think about a sociopath, they believe their own lies, right? But if they believe it so much and they turn it into reality, does it become a lie? Or did they just obtain what they believed the entire time they were going to do? So it's like a thought to ponder on. So just kind of keep that in mind. So again, nothing is unattainable. Nothing. And I'll always be upfront with you and honest, and I hope you're the same as well. So watch out for these roadblocks. Focus on getting results for your efforts that you put forward. So no matter what you're selling, you want to make sure your numbers work. It's all a numbers game. Most people do not stop the bleeding fast enough and wonder why they don't make money fast. If you see something isn't working like I just explained, kill it. There's no reason for it to be continuing to spend. And do not take your time to launch something because you think it needs to be perfect when in reality you should just launch it like I also just explained. Working on stuff that isn't part of your goal is useless, and I wouldn't recommend, kind of straying away from the current path that you're on. Focus. Focus is going to be key. Focus is going to be massive for you. Right? So, long story short, I don't want to bore you here. I know we're about an hour and some odd minutes into this already, and I don't want to bore you, but I do believe that you should take into account that everybody starts from a different place. So I started working at Burger King, and nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I dropped out of high school. I have a GED. I don't have any college degrees, nor do I need any. I have skills. I have skill sets that I can deploy that are very valuable to a lot of companies, right? So it's pretty simple. I started at Burger King and realized that there was more opportunity out there. Now, I'm not going to give you my whole spiel and my whole story, but what I can tell you is from then till now is a completely different world. And right now, a lot of people think this is weird. I'm a minimalist and I own nothing. This is my living room. You could see it right in front of your face. This is literally my living room. All I have is a desk, a monitor, and a computer. I have no TVs. I have no couches. I have no rugs. I have no utensils. I have no plates. I have nothing. I don't even have a Brita filter. I don't have anything. I legitimately am as minimalist as you get. I do own a bed, for those of you wondering, and I have a bookshelf with a lot of books on it. That is all I own, period. Why? Is because this is how I thrive. This is how I'm able to go ahead and prosper personally. And so I like this. It removes all of my distractions. It removes everything that is completely useless to me. if I had a couch, I'd be on the couch, maybe working, which might entice me to be a little sleepy because of the comfort, right? If I had a TV, I'd probably watch TV and not read. Right? So again, I went from McDonald's or Burger King to having stuff that I didn't necessarily need, to having nothing but having more than I need. So from where I am then to where I am now, you'll notice something. I never mentioned any monetary, because monetary here is completely a perspective thing. Because there are people that might work at Burger King that have a phenomenal, maybe, who knows what they might have, to be honest, that their family set up. Could be a trust fund. They could have a lot of money in a trust fund. So more money than me even now. So when it comes down to it, I never mentioned anything monetary. Rather, I mentioned stuff that has a deeper impact on my mental. And that's really important that you understand that. A lot of people will flex and brag about money and stuff and all that. I'm showing you where I started, and I'm showing you where I am now with the limited stuff that I have. And for those of you who are wondering if it's even a good decision and you've wanted to try it before, quite frankly, I love it. I love having nothing, as funny as that sounds. So how it started? Well, lead generation, right? Lead generation for affiliate offers. And I would generate a lot of leads. For example, right? You came in through for Work Super Affiliate Guild, probably through an opt-in page, probably one that looks like the one on the left side of your screen right now. And so you came in through that page and you got into Super Affiliate Guild down the line. Or maybe you got into an affiliate promotion that I've been conducting, right? Whatever it is. I focused on lead generation to promote affiliate products. And that's where I got my introduction to affiliate. And so I started venturing out into other forms of affiliate marketing, such as bridge pages into weight loss offers. And those are phenomenal. Those are really good, really profitable. But I started just with generating leads over here. So we're getting near the end, but there's something important. It's about the data. It's not about your emotions. All right. So as we go through the program, you're going to understand this column a lot better, the CPMs. So I wish I actually had the full screenshot here, but one of the CPMs, as you can see, no, it's not descending. One of the CPMs, or a lot of the CPMs, were in the hundreds of dollars. And then what I did immediately, as you can see, it says copy, Lander 2, Lander 2, Lander 2. I immediately saw the data and I said to myself, this isn't going to work. I spent $50 on these campaigns each, saw the data and said, no, thank you. Let's try something else. So CPM right now, just a little crash course, is you see this, impressions. That means every single time an ad is shown to a person. So for every 1,000 impressions, I was getting charged $34.96, and you get the idea over here. And the average I was getting charged was $30 and some odd cents. And long story short is that's not terrible. That's pretty dang good compared to the fact that I was getting $150 to $300. That means it would be unprofitable. But here's the thing. If I was looking at this through another lens as a beginner, if I was looking at this through a beginner lens, I would think, no idea what's going on in the first place. And then second, I would see, oh, I'm getting link clicks. People are clicking on my links. But they don't understand the data. They don't understand the numbers. So let me keep walking you through this. Because affiliate marketing is all about the data. It's all about the data. That's it. It's all data driven. All right? But you need to know what you're looking for. So if you aren't paying attention to your data, you're going to get absolutely demolished. Demolished is a very good and light term, to say the least. So you need to know what to look for, and luckily for you, we're going to teach you exactly what you need to look for and all of the metrics that are important to keep in the back of your mind. So we're switching from the old to the new. I was trying old, outdated methods that didn't work, right? And they used to work. Remember I gave you that story about 2 months ago, 3 months ago, ran a campaign, did about $250,000, did super, super well. I just tried to rerun it again a few days ago, crashed and burned. Terrible, terrible ROIs, like horrible. So I needed to pivot to something new. I need to create new story-based pages that sold affiliate products to a very certain demographic, you know? So it's very important that we're always up to date, switching from the old strategy to the new strategy. Now, people have asked before, what's the difference between Work Super Affiliate Guild versus Work Super Affiliate Platinum Mastermind? Well, Super Affiliate Guild is the basics, and it'll get you to that 7-figure mark that you're seeking. And the Platinum Mastermind is where the real magic happens once you get there to allow you to get to that 7-figure level. However, you do not need to join right away, but it's highly suggested you do, since you'll get access to resources that we had to sign non-disclosure agreements for to get access to and cannot include in a mass program like this. For example, Facebook ad agencies and ad accounts that will allow you to run pretty much anything you want. We legitimately can't put that out there because we signed non-disclosure agreements, and the individuals who have, the agencies are a part of our mastermind. So it's like connecting you with other mastermind members. It's just perks like that, which imagine having an account that let you run whatever you want, stuff like that. It's perks like that. So again, there's a ton of perks, a ton of perks. Working closely with Anthony and I, having our campaign. Well, actually, to be completely fair, when I say working really close, you actually get to see the campaigns we launch on a daily basis. When we launch the campaigns, if it's if we launch something on Monday, you'll get to see that Monday what we launch, the creatives, all of that, and just watch and follow along. But like I said, there's so many perks. If you want to go ahead and apply, there'll be a link down below to go to under this video, or just go to work.com/mastermind, and it'll be super easy to go ahead and apply if this is something that you wanted to be a part of. No pressure, just want to throw that out there in case somebody asks. So your only tasks for the next 1 to 2 weeks is follow the formula we have outlined. Find an offer, create a page, write story-based copy, launch your ads and creatives, and test. Lastly, don't give up. Write down all your questions and make sure you ask them so you can excel fast and get up and running faster to that 7-figure mark. We're going to teach you how to do all of this, all right? So this is, obviously the more advanced section. But let's talk about numbers breakdown really quickly before we end this off. So numbers breakdown. You see over here Facebook ads. We go ahead and we spend $100. So we get 100 clicks for $1 each. So now the bridge page has 100 clicks, and the people that land on this page, 40% of them go to the affiliate offer. So now we have 40 people that go to the affiliate offer. And the affiliate offer is converting at 5%. That means 2 purchases, right? So if we take these numbers, we can see 100 people daily. We pay $100 every single day, or $3,100 per month. That means on average, our profit daily would be $176, and our profit per month would be $5,456. All right, so kind of just keep that in mind. our ROI would be $2 or 2.76x. So for every dollar we put in, we'd get back $2.76. And you'd keep doing that over and over and over again, right? Now let me just quickly show you this right over here. If I just click on the purchase, you can see, if I go to forecasting, the average conversion value is 138, but let's just say from what you saw before was 115. Let me go back to the actual forecasting so you can see your daily profit would be around $130 or $4,000 per month, all right? So just kind of, keep that in mind, is that it's all a numbers game. Because if we were to go ahead and we were to increase the traffic, as a matter of fact, let me just go back to forecasting right over here. And let me show you this. If we're getting 1,000 and we're paying 1,000, our cost per click is $1. So we're getting 1,000 people every single day. We're paying $1,000 to come to our bridge page. We would make $1,300 a day or $40,000 in a month. So all we did was add an extra zero to the amount that we're spending. That's it. All right. I don't want you to overcomplicate this. I really don't. I really don't want you to go ahead and get scared and whatnot and how elaborate it could be. But remember, at the end of the day, it all starts and ends with you, right? It all starts and ends with you. This journey is beginning right here. And I'm excited that you're taking it with us. So with that being said, I don't want to waste any more of your time. I hope you learned a lot from this video. There's a lot to digest. Maybe even watch it again. But from here on out, in this paradigm shift module, it's so important. It's so important you get the principles here. Right? So with all that being said, hope you learned a lot here. And if you have any questions, definitely let us know. I'll see you in the next video.